Hello and welcome, everyone. It's Papa Hector here again with Papa Hector's podcast. And in today's episode, we're going to go into service of the mysteries, and traditional services of the mysteries within our cultures. So, first off, let me tell you that our episodes you can subscribe on Apple iTunes, on Spotify, and Google Podcasts. So make sure that you do. Check me out on my YouTube channel, like us, subscribe, and on our Facebook channel. All my godchildren are constantly telling me to do this. Second off, as a little update, I know it's taken me a little bit here to come out with another episode. And that's because I've been super busy. I just cooked up 4 new brujos, 4 new spiritual workers out here for the world, to improve the world and make the world a better place through working with the mysteries and helping people. So it's been an awesome month, a really busy month, and we've started a lot of new projects and a lot of new work, which I'll go into a little bit at the end of the month. At the end of this episode. So, service of the mysteries. Service of the mysteries comes in many ways and many forms, but today specifically what I want to discuss is about service in the communal sense of the mysteries, the community of service in the mysteries. One thing that you'll note about all of our traditions, whether it's Sanse, whether it's Vodou, Espiritismo, 21 divisions, whatever tradition you're in, is that there's 2 aspects to service. There's the one-on-one personal responsibility of your service. And this is between you, your altar, and your mysteries. And then there's part 2, the second part, which is this part which includes the community and groups and everyone else who serves the mysteries together. Both parts are necessary in order for success, especially the less you have been involved or grew up around the culture, the more community is going to be important for you, and the more communal service will be important for you. Now, one thing that many people in the diaspora, meaning in the US and outside of the islands, don't know is that one of the major things in the way that we serve the mysteries is that we offer them ceremonies and parties. The reason why we do this, when we offer the spirits ceremonies and parties, we're actually offering back to the mysteries. Most often when you're in your altar doing your spiritual work, what you're really doing is self-care. Again, it's all about you and it's about yourself. When we're doing parties, fiesta de palo, mani, brille, all of these things, we're actually giving back to the mysteries. And we have various types of ceremonies and parties that we do in order to give back to the mysteries. One way that acts as a form of giving back is to give back to those people that serve the mysteries, to pass the blessing that the mysteries have given to you on to others. And it's one of the really beautiful things. But you don't have to necessarily be a servidor de misterio to basically fund a ceremony. You can have a ceremony done on your behalf by a brujo or a papabauco, mama mambo, whoever. You can have a ceremony done on your behalf in order to achieve favors, assistance, and help from the mysteries, but also to give back and thank the mysteries for what they've done for you. And if you're a servidor, if you're a servant of the mysteries, it's very necessary that you keep this in balance, that this is something that you're giving back to the mysteries on a regular basis. If you're initiated at some level, this is expected and required of you. If you're not initiated, this is one of the best ways that you can really empower your mysteries and really gain spiritual strength and growth, as well as gain large favors and blessings and benefits from the mysteries without necessarily having to do or struggle in the pathway, do what you think has to be done, like one man carrying the load. So it's very normal in our cultures for a brujo, a papa, to be contracted out to do ceremonies on behalf of initiates and non-initiates alike. Not just for the gaining of favors, but also for the repayment of favors, the thanking for the mystery taking care of one and doing everything that the mystery does. Again, when you're dealing with your altar, most of the time you're dealing for yourself and for your own self-benefit. What you're giving to the mysteries has to do more with self. When you're dealing with your magic, again, it's for self or for other people. You're asking the mysteries to work. So you have to give back to the mysteries to empower them and give them force so that your forces can grow and so that your power grows as well as their power to help others and to do the work for others. Now, not all spiritual workers or brujos are capable of giving parties or ceremonies, and this is why these types of ceremonies, this is why it's very normal for such practitioners to go ahead and contract out a brujo that does do this or does give ceremonies and does give ritual. And there's many ceremonies in our traditions to give back or to honor or to cause major change in your life that can be done. And this is part of the beauty of our tradition, because whether or not you have decided to undergo initiation, etc., you can still gain the blessings and the benefits of working with or dealing with or having interaction with the mysteries. When we give a ceremony, we're giving it really back to the mystery. We're strengthening the connection and we're strengthening the mystery. We're strengthening that mystery's power on earth. As we give back and we give back to our communities, we give back to others, we allow the mystery to extend itself, and your spiritual power grows and extends itself. So most spiritual workers have two aspects of service that they're dealing with. They're having their private aspect of service, and then they have the public aspect of that service. Even the brujos that serve their mysteries more so one-on-one often have to hire out other brujos to go ahead and give these ceremonies on their behalf so that they can take care of the obligations that they have towards their mysteries. When you become an initiate in certain traditions, various things you need to do to upkeep yourself and spiritually take care of yourself. Many people, especially if you haven't grown up or been enough around people of the culture, don't necessarily understand all the aspects of how this works. Many pieces are, let's say, unexplained or unspoken when it comes to our spiritual work. They're just learned through observation and through knowing, through careful observation. Everything in our tradition isn't handed to you on a silver platter and given to you in spoken words. You're expected to observe and learn and watch. One of the things that we do when we're giving a big public ceremony, or we're giving even a public ceremony that's more private, aka basically a ceremony that we're giving back to the mysteries, but let's say we have it more so as a closed guest list, one thing that we're doing is we're allowing all of those people to come and also give back to the mysteries and serve the mysteries in one capacity or another. And how I learned and when I was growing up is that doing one thing to serve the mysteries is not necessarily better than doing the other. So the person who sweeps the floor for the ceremony is just as important as the person who's leading the ceremony, just as necessary, and their service receives just as much acknowledgement from the mysteries. Now, are they serving at the same level? No. Are they giving at the same level? No. But it's acknowledged and they're rewarded for what they're giving. And one of the major ways that one serves when one comes to a ceremony is that one does everything that he or she is capable of to allow those who, let's say, are talented or capable of certain other aspects of the ceremony to conserve their force to do that. For example, when I go down to Santo Domingo, wherever I go to do a ceremony, especially with those of the culture, anytime someone is leading a ceremony, the other participants in the ceremony are going to do as many of the physical aspects and labors as possible that they're capable of completing and performing, in order so that the head priests and the caballos de misterio, the people who are mounting the spirits, can conserve their energy and forces so that they can focus on simply that. Those that can't mount the spirits or lead ceremonies are going to contribute everything that they can, including proper maintenance and care of the horse. There's a reason why the person is called the horse, and maybe we'll get into that in another podcast episode. But proper care and maintenance of the horse, as well as proper work, whatever's needed to be done in order to get the ceremony going and flowing. There is no one too up or too down, too high or too low to do any aspect of the work in order to achieve what we've come together to achieve. And it's considered an honor to be able to be allowed to participate and give anything that one can give, whether that's sweeping the floors, cleaning chairs, cooking, whatever it is that someone is capable of doing. That's acknowledged, and it's needed, because a ceremony is usually a very large event with many aspects of giving that compose it. So every aspect that can be maintained and managed by those individuals in the ceremony who are not leading the ceremony, running the ceremony, being mediums or horses to the spirit, will be managed and taken care of as much as it's possible. This allows the horse to conserve spiritual force, to conserve their energy, to be able to do those aspects of the work which only he or she can do. Once a ceremony gets going, there's various aspects that are happening, both basically on 3 planes. There's basically 3 planes of existence that are occurring during any ceremony. I'm not going to go deeply into what those 3 planes are, but there are secrets that we teach in my lineage to my initiates and students when they've reached to know that level of knowledge. But there's aspects of the ceremony going on in 3 planes. And for the simple observer, what they're simply seeing is that first level of aspect that's going on, which is everything that's being done in the physical realm or on the physical level in order to complete the job. And that's but one piece, one small portion of the totality of the work that's being done by the person running the ceremony or those leading the ceremony. Usually, horses, people, who are going to be mounting the spirits are going through preparation, sometimes days before the ceremony ever happens. And that person or those individuals who will be mounting the spirits will be serving as vessels and portals themselves. And so, certain care of the body, certain aspects of spiritual work need to be done in order for that person to have the, let's say, stability, or what's needed, in essence, for those spirits to mount and come through and use that person as a vessel and as a portal. This goes on prior to ceremony. And after ceremony is done, there will be certain aspects of self-care that horse needs to do and take care of in order to get back up to speed, would be the best way I can put it. Get back up to speed. So, a ceremony has that physical aspect of what you see going on. But on two other levels, people who are leading, running the ceremony, and then horses are working on one additional level. That's also going on. And so in the community, when a community comes together, when a group bonds together and pulls together to serve the spirit, everyone does what we can do in order to give, because every piece of the energy is being noted by the mysteries all throughout. And how we go about doing our ceremonies and how we attend, how we come in with our minds, hearts, bodies, and actions, okay, has to be in alignment, because it's clearly noted by the mysteries. And although we can come out of alignment, let's say you're going through an issue or a struggle, that's expected. But when it comes to service, and it comes to the alignment of putting your mind, your heart, your body, and your actions in the mode of service, the best way for you to receive the most is to come with an attitude and an energy that comes of service, and remembering that our traditions are based on service of the mysteries. And the mysteries come to serve the people. So there's many aspects to the service. It's not just serving the mysteries, but it's making sure that people as well are served the way that they need to be served and assisted in the way that they need to be assisted, so that the work can go on. So that's my podcast for today. Now, like I said, I wanted to go over a few things that are going on now. So first off, happy St. Michael's feast day. Today is the feast of San Miguel. I hope that you enjoy balance, peace, and protection in your life. St. Michael is one of the most amicable, easy to approach Misterios. And if you haven't, or you don't know who he is and haven't already learned about him, check out mysticalwork.com, and you'll find that you can purchase their class and learn how to really work with St. Michael San Miguel. Check out hectorsalva.com and las21divisiones.com, and you can read more about St. Michael and San Miguel. So that's number one. Number two is we're about to head into October 2018, and I have some exciting events going on, which is we're having Sanse level 1 initiations. If you're suffering from anxiety, fatigue, stress, tiredness, if you lack power, energy, if you're lacking clarity and alignment in your life, these are all things that Sanse helps. And Sanse helps you to resolve, can get resolved for you. So if you're interested in getting initiated into Sanse in this October, reach out to Soleil so that we can have a consultation and make sure that it's right for you. Likewise, this October, I'll be holding a spirit seance, a misa espiritual, and you want to look out on our websites for the information for that. We have a Facebook page for that that's up and running and out and going. You can purchase your tickets. It's going to be an exciting time. Thirdly, we have made a page officially for our sanctuary, the Santuario de la 21 División de Misterio, where you can make offerings to the spirits. You can commission ceremonies for the spirits. Our sanctuary is a public sanctuary so that you can make offerings to the spirits. You can, if you're not able to serve the spirits, we'll make offerings on your behalf. You can send offerings and we'll make them on your behalf. There's many different ways to get the help and connection with the mysteries, and we want to make sure that you have access to those things. And then lastly, if you haven't already done so, I published a book some years ago called Doña Juana, Journeys of a Bruja Espiritista and Healer. And it's a really great book. Everyone loves it who's read it. But just recently, I put it up as an ebook, and you can now purchase it as an ebook for only $9.99, and soon it'll be up running on Amazon and everything like that. You can check it out at hectorsalva.com under books. It's a really great read. It's a swift and easy read and very enlightening about the work of brujeria and espiritismo, Puerto Rican espiritismo. So feel free to go ahead and check that out. Lastly, if you haven't already signed up to my newsletter, you may want to do that because I'm planning to give out some, newsletter only offerings to people, and also some free information out there on the newsletter. The newsletter is how we keep you up to date with everything that we're doing, and I hope to see you signed up and hear from you. Always feel free to reach out to us. We're here for you. God bless you. And we wish you the best. Have a wonderful weekend.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.